let us compare. We can see here how there's a difference in the Dash 3 and the Dash 2 fuselage. There's a big difference. The Dash 3 had a much bigger fuselage to increase the internal fuel capacity, to increase the range. And it had a much bigger radar system, so that needed to be a big nose job there. And then here's another interesting thing to increase the range even more. So if you want to scratch build something, they removed this 20 millimeter gun and they bolted on an in-flight refueling probe that, of course, the line inside went to the tanks. So when you have the increased internal fuel capacity, plus the wingtip tanks, plus the IFR mounted in this 20 millimeter gun area, the Dash 3 Banshee became the longest ranged Navy jet fighter of its time. To compare the wings, because they look the same, but they're not. I only need one half. Why do they keep trying to put them together? Anyway, they look the same, but they're not the same. The wingspan is very close on the real aircraft. On these model kits, they're almost the same. But see that? That's not a mistake by HobbyCraft. So the wingspan is about the same, but the wing area of the Dash 3 and 4 is much bigger right around in here. So that's another difference between them. Now, here's something else. And this is called, see, these are the horizontal stabilizers. Now, let me show you see if I can, here's the Airfix. This is on the Dash 2. They are the same on the Dash 3. So if you want to make an early Dash 3, you can either stick these old Dash 2 ones on there from the Airfix kit, or the way HobbyCraft molded these, there's a line right there. You can just cut that off, follow that line, and these are extensions, and they developed them to stop tail flutter. So the Dash 3s and the 4s were first issued without extensions. It was later on they added these on, and if you look at photos of them, they don't have that line there. That's the thing. I think HobbyCraft intentionally had these lines there so you could cut them off if you want to make an early version, but the instructions don't tell you that. So in real life, these panels went all the way down. It was you could see them if you look at photos. You can see how they cover over the horizontal stabilizer. There's no line right there. So if you want the extensions on there, you're going to have to fill in that line and sand it smooth and perhaps scribe new line that goes like that. You'll have to look at photos. This is the other difference between the Dash 2 and the Dash 3. The horizontal stabilizer tail on the Dash 2 is up on the vertical stabilizer, but on the Dash 3 and 4, it's down on the top of the fuselage, and the Dash 2 is level, and the Dash 3 and 4, it points up into the sky. And that's interesting because the prototype Banshee had the horizontal stabilizer on the vertical stabilizer, but they had the same as the Dash 3-4. They pointed up and, okay, there's that. I forgot. This is significant. I have a complaint. HobbyCraft gives you poor quality decals for the Canadian maple leaf. You know, the Canadian. Well, there's something very unique about the Canadian Banshees, is that they took the pylons that were meant for rockets, HVARs, high velocity something rocket. Anyway, the Canadians attached Sidewinder, AIM-9 Sidewinder mounting rails to the pylons, and they armed their Banshees with AIM-9 Sidewinders. So, if I want to do a Canadian one, that's what I'm going to do, is put, you know, steal a Sidewinder rail off of another kit and some Sidewinder missiles and turn it into a Canadian. I don't know how you say it in French. Oh, there it is. Canadian. No, that's not how you say it.